Yeah.
We're gonna go and I'm gonna dress y'all up. We're gonna get G Bush gonna take y'all to the store and we're gonna dress y'all up. And then we bring y'all back. Then we're gonna take the cameras with us and see how they look, man. You know what I'm saying?
You got the waves all popping, fresh lineup, fresh haircut.
There's these two guys on Instagram. I don't know what their names are, but I've seen their videos they're funny, and it's like taking my white friend. It's a black guy who says taking my white friend to do blah blah blah.
Right.
And then the white guy's like taking my black friend to do blah blah blah. And that's funny, and that's what in that vein right there.
That is a great setup for a blog. Because you put people in two different. See, here's the thing. A lot of people don't be knowing is like just the other day, I ran into while I was doing a blog, me and Rosie, my mom and dad.
Yeah.
I was going to my mom was looking for an outfit, and because she gonna come to the Emmy Awards, and so I said, "Cool, pull up." I see Jonathan Peterlin and his wife there.
Oh, okay.
So they pulled up on us, and I said, "Oh no, you gotta get on camera." So Jonathan is in there with his two daughters. It was hilarious because his daughter's sitting in the seat. Yeah. And she's playing this game. He's like, "Hey, say hi." She's like, "Absolutely not."
I can't believe his oldest daughter's old enough to play a game.
Yeah, she's playing game. Absolutely not. I don't know who he is. Don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
And then so his wife comes up. It's like, "Yeah, we're gonna be at the awards too. I'm gonna see you." So it's funny. I turn around to the camera. I said, "See, what you guys don't really know is we see all of the people that we be talking about every single day. You see Peterlin pulled up. I said, man, see that I think they think we live in like a different place."
So you got a nice tux for Saturday?
Man, listen.
Oh, is it this Saturday? Why didn't I get invited, Mike?
Everyone was invited.
Everyone was invited.
Yeah.
Pull up.
I'm insulted. I don't remember getting invited.
You can still buy a ticket if you want to buy a ticket.
I actually couldn't go this weekend anyway. But
look, hey,
are you guys all who's going?
I believe it's me, G, Steve, and Ant, and G's bringing a camera crew apparently.
Yeah,
nice. Are we up for the same award that we were up for that we won last year?
Yep.
2 years ago.
Oh, it was 2 years ago?
Yeah, that's been 2 years.
Time flies.
So I got the mic. And this year I plan on interviewing other people while I'm there.
I plan on having it on my high school reunion is this weekend.
Yeah.
So I plan on having it on at the high school reunion.
Oh, it's on live?
It's online.
You can watch it online. Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
What a flex to win while you're literally at your high school 20-year reunion.
Is a big flex.
What a flex.
Now, are you the most?
I am not.
Are you
I went to high school with Cecil Shorts. Are you kidding me?
Oh, okay. So you're definitely not winning.
I went to high school with Cecil Shorts. We got lawyers, doctors, teachers. One of my friends is a talent manager, so some of your most recognizable actors and actresses.
Okay.
He managed those. Coco Jones is somebody that's under his management. He
hasn't won an Emmy.
And he hasn't. I already got an Emmy.
Cecil hasn't won an Emmy.
Hey, you're selling yourself short. Hey, listen,
I'm top five. I'm top five.
No disrespect.
I am top five.
No disrespect to the teachers, but
Cecil signed a free agent contract.
Yeah,
and that hit different.
Yeah, no, Cecil. Yeah.
In Texas, where he got to kick most of his money, so that hit a little different.
Got you on that one though.
Yeah, he got me there.
But you up there? Though.
I'm up there though.
You up
All
there?
right. Our next subject here. We're going to try to build a good quarterback out of the 4 quarterbacks on the Browns.
Oh,
We're building the ultimate quarterback. We're the ultimate Cleveland sports
is it really going to be the ultimate quarterback?
We're going to determine how good this ultimate quarterback
will be. Hey, what number is this quarterback going to wear? We ain't talking about that part.
We can decide swag level. We can add it. So there's 7 categories I sent you guys last night in order to build our ultimate Browns quarterback.
All right,
out of the 4 quarterbacks currently on the Browns roster, we'll add swag to be the 8th.
Right.
The 7 categories we are filling out. I have it on screen for you guys. Size/weight, your makeup, the arm strength, the accuracy, the mental makeup / decision making of a quarterback, mobility, clutch gene, leadership, and we'll add swag.
I mean, there's some of them I don't have an answer for.
Right.
In my opinion.
We're going to make, let me get a pen. And will you pass me a pen, please?
Can't we pick any Browns quarterback of all time?
No.
Nope. This is the current quarterback room.
Boy, I'm finna go Otto Graham.
We can do this. If we like this, we'll
I got
do the
psyched
ultimate
for this.
Browns quarterback ever. We'll do that another day. But for today,
all
we're
right,
doing it off the 4 quarterbacks on the roster. So everyone listening familiar, that's Deshaun, Shador, Dylan, and Taylor.
Thanks for clarifying.
And at the end, can we give them this mythical player an overall Madden grade?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
we're
not
gonna
wearing number
figure
one
out-
though. When we get to SWAC, I'm telling you right now, he ain't wearing number one.
We're gonna figure
I don't
out
know
if this
Madden
mythical
grade, so give me
It's
some
a scale.
context.
It's a scale from a 1 to 100.
I know that, but I like who's like what would Baker Mayfield be?
All right, we can give it. Maybe Ant can give us the top 10 quarterbacks in Madden right now.
So the top, I think, like when Madden first dropped last year, the top Browns quarterback rated was like 72, 73.
Okay. All right.
And then you got your Pat
And then we're
Mahomes
going to figure
at
out
99.
if this hypothetical Ultimate Browns quarterback would make the Browns with their current roster a 7-win team, a 10-win team, a 12-win team. Is this a Super Bowl contender? That's how we're going to cap this off.
right.
So
First category.
start
What did you just say?
if this Ultimate Browns quarterback,
Okay. Did you just say a Super Bowl contender?
I said, will that make them? I
Okay.
want you to answer the question.
I have him. I can run him down real quick.
Go ahead,
Josh Allen is a 99. Matt Stafford's a 98. Joe Burrow's a 96. Lamar Jackson's a 94. Drake May is a 93. Patrick Mahomes is a 92. Dak
This last
Prescott is 91 this last year. Justin Herbert's at 89. Jared Goff is 88. Jordan Love is 87. Brock Purdy is at 86. Caleb Williams only 85. Sam Darnold is at 85. Baker Mayfield is at 84. Jalen Hurts is at 83. Trevor Lawrence is at 82. Bo Nix is 81. And rounding out the in the 80s is Aaron Rodgers with a solid 80. So we got a little.
So can we at least get an 80?
We need to at least get an 80.
Let's see.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so we start with size.
Yeah, that's easy. That's
Taylor Green.
Green.
Yeah.
Easy.
All in agreement. Arm strength.
I don't.
Dang, bro. None of them really got no.
None of them have big time.
Big
I guess I got to
arm.
go with Shador, right?
Yeah.
I'm going Shador with accuracy.
Well, hold on. We're not at
Well, you
accuracy.
could, you could do more the same guy.
Yeah,
in
we
one
can use the same
spot.
guy.
I gotta go with Shador.
I'm going Shador.
All right, what do I got? None of the other
Dylan
guys.
Gabriel ain't got it.
Taylor Green. I'm asking.
I'm not sure.
No.
Is he
I've
on
never
arm?
seen him throw a ball. So
So
in
we
person.
can't go
Shador.
So Shador for arm strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accuracy.
Shador.
Shador.
I mean, he wasn't very accurate.
Let
this
me
year.
find out that this was a makeup conversation to have Shador be the coldest in the world. Like, it's kind of wild.
I don't have. I don't.
So Shador so far is 6'6",
All right, so
like 230 pounds.
this is crazy. I like
I'm
this
not
exercise.
saying, I don't know that I'm saying Shador. He wasn't very accurate last year, but nobody else is either.
I mean, they like
You've
it.
been outvoted, but I'm here. I'm here to listen.
I mean, this is just.
Who your vote for that
Who are
part?
you picking for accuracy?
I plead the fifth. I don't know. I mean, it has to be Shador. It has to be Shador. It has to be.
Boy, so now we
guess,
all right.
all right.
So,
I mean,
here we go.
the thing coming out of college was he had great ball placement.
I know, but he
Accuracy
wasn't
was-
accurate as a rookie. Hopefully, he will be more accurate this year. But okay, I'll go with Shador.
The mental makeup, / decision making.
This is kind of crazy.
I mean,
It's a clean sweep.
I'm going with Shador, man. I'm going with
actually-
Shador.
I can't even.
I'm going Dylan Gabriel.
I'm gonna go Dylan Gabriel.
You
on
gonna
this one.
you gonna give Dylan Gabriel?
I
thought-
think I'm going Dylan on this one.
I gotta go Dylan. And
Reebok-
I wouldn't want him. But
I hate the fact that
Yeah.
I think
Mental
that's the right
makeup.
answer, but I think that's the right answer.
I like Deshaun. Listen, I can't go with this. I can't go with Deshaun. I can't go. It's got to be Shador. I got it.
But his decision
And he's a
making
tiebreaker.
was the weakest part of his game last year.
Decision making, Shador or Dylan Gabriel. It's 2-2. Just
who's
in terms of
Deshaun?
just decision making.
mental makeup.
The shore is gonna be crazy.
All right.
Decision making / mental makeup. Would you rather have Shador's or Dylan Gabriel's?
I don't want to either.
Oh, they're both. Ugh. I'll take Shador.
Shador it is.
This dude is crazy. This Shador about to be a 96. Let's keep going.
Mobility,
Taylor Green.
Taylor Green.
clutch factor.
Shador.
I can't even say Deshaun Watson. I haven't seen no clutch games from.
I hate
I
you.
seen one.
Can you imagine?
I seen one.
Listen, I seen he has one clutch game
Yeah.
against the Ravens.
The Ravens, yeah.
Other than that, I gotta go with Shador.
Go with Shador.
Let's go. Let's
Leadership.
roll.
Leadership.
Leadership.
I'm going Shador.
This is crazy.
I'm going
I
Shador.
have never seen this. I didn't create this topic.
This didn't go the way Mike thought it was going to go. This didn't go.
It's sad that I can't come up with a good answer for most of these questions.
So
to me.
this should have. You got to go with Shador.
Mike is officially crying back here.
I'm going to take Deshaun Watson for leadership.
Leaders, I got to go with Shador.
This is either Shador Green or Taylor Sanders.
Taylor Sanders is off the charts. So basically, what we did.
Wait,
we
so we got leadership and then swag.
Swag to Shador.
Swag
And
Shador.
leadership.
I'm going with Deshaun Watson for leadership.
I will give Deshaun Watson this. He be fly.
Yeah.
Like his gear, he be fly.
On the field, off the field, swag. Deshaun Watson. is
Deshaun
crazy.
Watson got gear. Like he put that on. He be wearing that.
Yeah.
But for leadership, is it a Shador
Shador.
over Deshaun?
Yeah,
I know both you
Shador.
guys are Shador.
I went Deshaun. But
I
You two
went
said
Shador.
Shador for
they're
leadership?
saying Shador.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the overall outcome.
This is wild.
A 6'6" Shador Sanders with the running ability of Taylor Green, but Shador's arm strength, Shador's accuracy, Shador's mental makeup, Shador's clutch gene, Shador's leadership, and Shador's swag.
Oh, that's a quarterback.
First overall
That's a
pick.
quarterback. Man, what? I ain't
If he-
drafting no quarterback in
if-
2027.
if he comes out-
If he's 6'6",
if he comes
and he
out-
moved like Taylor Green,
Are you
and he got his
serious?
own swag,
Let me find
oh, it's
out.
up from
Bro,
here, baby.
Listen, bro, that's crazy. Mendoza who?
Man, what?
Mendoza
Man, listen,
what?
you talking about the black Josh Allen.
Oh, bro,
It's
this
going
is
down.
crazy. His speed is the 94.
Man, listen.
He wouldn't have the arm strength.
And he got a hit
nowhere
song.
close.
So
And he got a hit song.
by the way, what did Taylor Green run in a 40?
I believe a 4.3.
What was-
Oh, my God.
What was Shador Sanders?
Baby.
Shador Sanders Madden rating.
Hey, I think it probably ended in like the 70,
Lord, I can't
71.
breathe.
I would have this Shador at a 79.
I'm back.
Come on. Come
Shador
on.
Sanders
Come
had
on.
a
There you go.
69 rating.
There you go.
What was that?
69.
He was 69.
He was 69.
Yeah.
I would have him at 79 with this.
At 79?
Yeah.
He running a 4.3 at 6'6".
I know that, but he still has all his flaws in the other part of his game.
I got he is at least at 85. He's at 85.
The
with that.
6'6" is going to put him at an 80 off top.
But in the
Off
way the
top.
Madden trace work, he gonna be that means
Just being tall doesn't make you a better quarterback.
You don't play Madden. You ain't never created a player.
that archetype matters. When they get you into you be throwing the ball over the top of people's heads.
Listen,
And on
By
top
the
of
way,
that,
79 is a starter. It's not a great starter.
So,
but
so let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Based on what you currently think the Browns are, and I know each of you has a different idea of how good the Browns will be this year.
Yeah.
If you were to give Shador Taylor Green's size and scrambling ability, how much would that raise the ceiling for the Browns this season in your mind? How good would the Browns be with this ultimate quarterback, which is AKA
That's hard to
just
say. It's
Shador
another what
Sanders
if.
but taller?
it is
I'd
another-
probably give them another 1-2 wins. I
Okay.
think.
that puts me.
I'm at 5. I was at 6. Then when they traded Myles Garrett, I went down to 5. And now I go back up to 6.
Okay, so I like that. I had him at 10.
And then they traded Miles.
They trade him out, and I put him at 8.
Okay.
But now that I got this 6'6" unicorn Shador Sanders running a 4.3, it's back up to 10.
I had him
Easy
at
money.
9. They traded Miles. I put him at 8. So they had 10 for me.
That's
10.
yeah. Listen,
All right.
Can you imagine? He's a dual threat. They can run read option. Are you serious? He would be. Think about how many more times.
Think
you
about
would
it.
see
You
a
got
celebration.
him, Dylan Sampson, and Quinshawn in the backfield.
Bro, you can goal line package. And by the way, I'm
crazy.
willing to say that this version comes away with 30 plus touchdowns combined.
That's your 4,500 yards that you was
That-
asking for.
That's that 800 on the ground.
Is he wearing a visor?
Yes.
Is he wearing an arm sleeve?
But we get mad at it in the media because he's gonna wear it and then they're gonna have to tell him to take it off like Odell.
Oh, yeah,
with
they
the
gonna
shoes.
pull a
They're gonna
Odell.
be mad about
So
that.
he gonna have the swagged out arm sleeve.
Yes.
Okay. What jersey number? A single digit number, right? Is the towel? Is the towel on the
The
side?
towel is on the side, the new Prime cleats, and now Coach Prime is not even in the box. He's allowed to stand on the sidelines
Oh,
and
it's
dap
up.
him up after every touchdown.
Oh, it's up.
All right, that was fun. That was a fun exercise. When we come
Hey,
back,
Jose, run it back again. We gotta go. But
Yeah.
the time is up. Hey, matter of fact, Jay Crawford is like, absolutely not. He's calling from upstairs.
That's a lot of what ifs. That would be great, but it's not the reality. When we come back, is it a reality that the Cavs could get Jaylen Brown? Next on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Boy.
Golf fans, the countdown is on to the 2026 Calling Companies Championship. Firestone Country Club will be hosting world-class Legends of the Game July 9th through the 12th. You can purchase your tickets now at callingchampionship.com. A ticket guarantees you access to great golf and a chance to experience all that Calling Infinity Zone has to offer with interactive activities, bar and lounge areas, food trucks, and celebrity appearances. We can't wait to see you at the 2026 Calling Companies Championship in July. Let's talk a little Cavs, guys.
Yes.
There have been plenty of trade rumors circulating around the league. We saw a blockbuster happen yesterday between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Charlotte Hornets for LaMelo Ball and Naz Reid.
What do you think about that trade, by the way?
I actually like it for both sides.
Really?
In all honesty, I do.
I do too.
We'll get to that at the end of this, but I want to get into the first part of the conversation we have to hit on first. The Cavs.
Good thing we're not going to hit on the first part of the conversation second.
Right.
You are leading us down a path to,
I was.
to do that. But
I
I
was.
pivoted and steered us back on
Yes,
track.
the Earth's back. The Earth's back.
The Cavs have been acting since the trade deadline like Evan Mobley's an untouchable asset, unmovable. There were reports, I've heard from many, on top of the national reporting that the Milwaukee Bucks would have traded Giannis to Cleveland for Evan Mobley, but the Cavs, without a guarantee that Giannis would resign, said, we're not giving up Evan. There was a report earlier this week that Boston may have interest in Evan Mobley in some sort of Jaylen Brown trade. We talked about that a lot yesterday. The reports now are saying the Cavs have no interest in parting ways with Evan Mobley for Jaylen Brown. They seem to be operating as if Evan Mobley is an untouchable asset. But Earl, should he be?
No, not at all, bro. I know it. You know it. And I look at this situation, and I think Kobe is living in his fears a little bit. I think about when he traded Darius Garland, Kobe had a very personal relationship with Darius Garland. They kind of started this journey together. From my understanding, he lived with Kobe Altman for a little bit once he was first drafted. And so to move on for a player like that, you get James Harden in return. He probably won't admit this out loud, but when he looked out there in the playoffs and he saw how James Harden was playing in certain situations, he probably didn't think he got great return on investment when he made the trade. And I think that when you think about the teams that has called and inquired about Evan Mobley this offseason, allegedly OKC might have been interested for a package, Boston Celtics, and who was the other team?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, right? when you look at Boston and OKC in particular, you think about quality of organization. 2 quality organizations. Yeah. And so what if Kobe got a little cold feet and he's like, man, if the Celtics or the Thunder want Evan Mobley, what is it that I'm not seeing? What is it that I'm missing? The issue is I'm not really sure if Evan Mobley is ever going to develop into that player that I once thought he was. And what's the ceiling of Evan Mobley? Can he even reach his full potential here as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers? So many different factors play into why he should be more open-minded to trading Evan Mobley, but ultimately, my gut feeling tells me he's not going nowhere.
Go ahead, G.
Yeah, listen, I get that when you look at those numbers, and I'm just not a numbers guy. I'm an impact guy. When you look at Evan Mobley's game, sometimes you fall in love with the way you think somebody can be rather than what they've shown you they are right now. When I look at his game, and I strictly go by his game, you take a look at the three-point shooting, it's about 30%. He's not a guy that's ever going to be able to, make shots off the dribble. He's not going to be, let's get to my spot, pull up for here. Let's get to my spot, pull up over this guy. That's not his game. He it's more of a set shot if you can swing it to him. But even if it's late in the shot clock, it's hit or miss with that. Evan Mobley is an elite defender. I'll give him that. But when it comes to his offensive game, he's not going to be able to put the ball on the floor multiple times. He's not going to be a person that you ever have to just really worry. If Evan Mobley killed you, he'd hit 24. If Evan Mobley had a game, you're like, dang, Mobley was balling today. It's like 24 and like 12. That is not something you can just have as your peak. If you want to win a championship, that has to be his bottom ceiling. That has to be the floor. That got to be like, oh, Evan's giving us 24 regardless. And right now, he's giving you that 16, 17. I heard a stat from Chris Fedor, and he said that Evan Mobley in 18 playoff games, was a minus person on the floor. He was a minus against Toronto. He was a minus against the Pistons and was minus against New York. Now think about that.
The whole starting lineup was, though, because of how bad they got beat by New York. Like that's,
in the New York series, they were all.
That's not totally fair.
But the other two series, they won those other two series.
They did, and they had to go 7 games.
Yeah.
So my thing is, you can keep imagining that Evan Mobley is going to get you here. But at certain points in time, you got to understand you are what you are. Donovan Mitchell, and this is the key I keep saying, Donovan Mitchell, by far, is still head and shoulders better than all the players on the team. And that's a problem.
Yeah. Here's the good news is that Mike's premise here is wrong. And Evan Mobley will most certainly be traded in the next few weeks. There's no doubt about it, because what the Cavs are doing is, okay, there's interest from multiple teams on Evan Mobley. So he's figuring out what trade's the best trade for the Cavs. He knows he can't run it back. Once you traded Darius Garland for James Harden,
it was over.
You were on the clock.
It's over.
That's it. We don't even know if James Harden could completely go off the cliff this year.
Oh,
completely.
If I had to bet, will he have a better season or worse season last year? I'm betting worse.
He's going into year 18.
100%. LeBron is one of one. Most other guys at James Harden's age are starting to crater. You made that trade. When you made that trade, you said, we got to win now. Not 3 years. What do I got to keep Mobley? So they have one good player 3 years from now when everybody else is gone? What's the point of that? So I think of course they're not going to put it out there that they're willing to trade him, because that would weaken their position. And right now they're in a position of strength. I know it's a totally different franchise. Generally the Cavs are run much better than the Browns, but the Browns, for how long did Andrew Berry say, we're not trading him? Myles Garrett's going to be in the lifelong Brown. And then, of course, eventually you were in a situation and you got the right offer and you made the deal. And the Cavs are going to do the same thing. I'll be shocked if he's not traded. The only way I see him not getting traded is if they somehow trade Donovan Mitchell instead, which I doubt. But I think one of those two has to go.
Or that they make a philosophy adjustment, because the moment that you traded for Donovan Mitchell, developing Evan Mobley was no longer the priority. And the issue is you can't exploit the things that he does well on a consistent basis based on how this team is built. In my opinion, Evan Mobley is at his best when he's going downhill, when he's playing downhill. Mike, I don't know exactly what game it was. It was probably the last month of the season. And opponent, whatever. We were playing the Utah Jazz. And it's not about like anything but the style of play for consistently for that game.
Yeah.
I think he took 15 shots. He took all 15 shots in the paint close to the basket. He was blocking shots. He was rebounding. Every single play, if you go back and just watch that game, he was getting downhill, getting to his spots, and it just seemed like that's when he's the most confident and that's when he's the most impactful.
Yeah.
The Cavs don't, in my opinion, want to play through Evan Mobley because of how the roster is built. So if you're not going to play through Evan Mobley and exploit what he does well, then you might as well trade him for somebody else that can complement the players you do want to play through.
And to your point, G, you're right. Of course, Evan Mobley's great defensively, but he's not an impact player on offense. Jaylen Brown, who's the most likely guy that they're going to get, is an impact player on offense. You saw it. Like, obviously, he was always a very good offensive player, but then when Jason Tatum wasn't there, then he just took it up to superstar level. Where Evan Mobley is an average offensive player, and when other guys are not there, he takes it up to good. That's a big difference.
And it's another big reason that I think about it, because the Jaylen Brown, I haven't really come out and been definitive on okay, what do I think about Jaylen Brown? The thing that I am definitive about is, at this point in his career, James Harden cannot be your primary ball handler for 90% of the time, because he just, as again, Father Time is undefeated. He's lost a step.
Yeah, maybe two.
He can, we all done lost one.
Yeah.
But just for him to get to the basket, it's getting tougher and tougher. They're locking him up. He's had problems with turnovers. So if you get Jaylen Brown, guess what you have? You have another guy where you can demote or move James Harden down. And now he does have the ability to get a shot when he needs to, but he has a better chance of doing that as the third option. Right. Now, if you got Donovan Mitchell, who at that point becomes, I would say, your second option, and Jaylen Brown, who's a guy that can get, now you got three guys that if something breaks down, you can go ahead and they can get their shot. And if they keep Jared Allen, they still have a person who, guess what, shoots a high percentage from the field, 60, 70%. He's still a defender. He's not Evan Mobley, but you could play one big with four guards, and now you can compete instead of doubling down on the two big position and having Mobley and Allen and clogging things up. I think it makes them a better team. I don't know, does it make them an instant championship team? I don't know that, but I think offensively they become a much better cohesive unit if they do that.
I think it gives them their best chance
to
be a championship team.
Yes.
I do too.
Because Jaylen Brown is the only offensive threat they've ever had with they would have ever had with Donovan Mitchell that's just as good, if not better than him.
And actually,
as an all-around offensive player.
We think, now McNuggets, we talk about the defense. From that standpoint, adding Jaylen Brown, who's a really good wing defender as well, Jaylen Brown and Jared Allen is a good wing protector. How much of a step backwards would they take defensively if you swap Mobley for Jaylen Brown out?
Pretty big. Brown, not the same wing defender he was a couple of years ago. Like, he can still turn it on for stretches, but he's not, 48 minutes a night.
Yeah, but who cares 48 minutes a night? All that matters is the playoffs.
G asked me a question. I was just giving
No, but I'm just making the point that you can still turn it on in the playoffs. That's when you turn it on.
The reality of the Mobley-Allen combination, though, is as good as James and Donovan can be offensively, they are not good defensively.
Right.
They don't have wings. Mobley and Allen cover up for so much more than we. And once again, I would do the trade. For the record, I would do the trade.
Yeah.
But they cover up for so much of the inability of the Cavs' backcourt defensively that we know it's bad. It could look so much worse if those two weren't there to help cover up and be a Band-Aid. Would it take a step back, G? Yes. Is Jaylen Brown, outside of Dean Wade, probably their best wing defender or would be their best wing defender? Also, yes. But
Mike, ultimately,
Mobley does clean up a lot of their messes.
Ultimately, the offensive upgrade is bigger than the defensive downgrade, or more impactful than the impact loss on the defensive side, don't you think?
Yeah, I've said before, I think it'd be a
it would be smart
fit of the three together, but at the end of the day in the playoffs, we just saw You need guys who can get buckets in one-on-one
That's right.
situations in the playoffs. I don't have a ton of confidence in Evan Mobley being able to do that at this stage of his career. That's what Jaylen Brown does best, which is why at the end of the day, even though I don't necessarily love the trade, I would still accept it if it was presented.
Is there another trade? Like, let's say the Cavs did trade
Mobley for Brown.
Brown. Is there another trade they could make where they could get like another wing player who's a good defensive player who, doesn't have to be great offensively?
The two deals,
Strus.
regardless, and that's one of them, regardless
Yeah.
of the Mobley situation, regardless of the LeBron, two deals that I want to see the Cavs make that I think make sense for both teams are two deals we've talked about. Strus for PJ Washington. It makes sense for the Mavericks. It makes sense for the Cavs. I want to see that regardless of anything else on the roster. And Dennis Schroeder for Dorian Finney-Smith.
How big is PJ Washington? He's really big, isn't he?
6'8", 240.
And how good a defender is he?
Once again, a little older now, but he's a legitimate wing, solid defender. He's a better defensive player than he is an offensive player.
All right. If Evan Mobley is a 10 as a defender, and James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, what, a 3?
Sure.
Well, no, I'm asking you. Somewhere around there, maybe lower?
Yeah. 3.
A 1?
Nah.
A 2?
Harden's good in certain matchups.
All right, so let's just say they're both 3.
They're 3s.
Fine.
They're 3s. It's fine.
What are PJ Washington and Jaylen Brown on that scale?
Brown, I mean, you go back to the 2023 finals or 24 finals when the Celtics won.
Yeah.
Like Brown took it as a personal offense and locked up Luka, guarded him 94 feet, and made Luka's life miserable.
Don't you think he can still do that in the playoffs?
He has the ability to when he's asked to, and for certain possessions, you certainly would ask him, but he wasn't carrying a gigantic offensive load at that same time as well. Because
Right, but he wouldn't have to carry as much a load as he did last year in Boston.
No, but it's less. It'd be more than he was asked to in 2024, less than he was asked to
right.
last year.
Yeah.
Brown can still turn it. He was also 2 years younger. Brown's probably a 6'7", and Washington's in the same range, 6'7". Yeah.
In terms of the,
but Washington could guard. By the way, Washington could guard bigger.
We got kids.
Washington could guard up. Jaylen guards down.
So is who's the better defender of the two of them?
Washington's probably a little more versatile.
All right,
Brown's
but
probably
they're
one
both
possession
pretty good
stop.
defenders.
Yeah, they're both
Obviously,
above
nobody's
average
Mobley
defenders.
on defense.
Yes.
None of those guys are. But
Yes.
I think if I look at it, I think a lot of this stuff, and this is fascinating because more than basketball and anything, basketball players are emotional. Like they just like it's all about people think about stuff in basketball that nobody else thinks about. Like who is it your team? Whose team is it?
Yeah.
My legacy.
I
if
know,
we won a championship. Like the thing
That's only in basketball.
it's only in hoops.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, if Jaylen Brown comes and shows up, is Donovan Mitchell being like, oh, yes, your team. You're the best guy on the team.
Donovan to me, and I think we all love Donovan. We were critical of him in this postseason, I think, fairly. But obviously, I don't know the man personally. But my impression of him and everything I've heard about him is he is the most low maintenance, low ego superstar there is.
He's one of the
he
most.
Wants to win.
He's one of the most selfless leaders I've ever encountered.
Right,
and
you guys are at the games every 10
and just
seconds.
in conversations that I've had the opportunity to have with him, like off the record, he used words like thankful, humble. Appreciate these guys allowing me to lead them, and it's like like you said, low maintenance, but very, very, one of those type of guys.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm not describing it like right, but he's just one of those guys to where it's selfless.
Yeah, I agree.
For him to be a superstar player, he don't think about his own numbers. He don't think about what's best for him. He's willing to make whatever sacrifices he has to make if it means the Cleveland Cavaliers can win. And he says that on the record and off the record, and I honestly believe him.
Yeah, I do too, Mike. I know you know him a little bit. Right?
Donovan is exactly what you want a superstar to be.
Yeah, he would not be like uptight about if Jaylen Brown's the best player on the team or not.
Jaylen Brown's one of his best friends, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah, they're very, very
interesting. How have you not said that before?
We talked about it.
We've talked about
Oh, I must not have been here that day.
I think it also, as we throw a bow on it, I think it also is tough for him. I think it would be tough for him to go to the front office and say, I love Evan, I love Jared, I love these guys. and then be like, but we got to make a move.
Yeah.
I think for his personality type, that might be a little difficult. And I think it might actually have to come from the owner.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, rather than him. Because I think he would just say, just stay pat. But no, we can't do that.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back in the first hour, we did the first half of Fence Riders.
Yeah.
We got 4 more for you coming up next on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Every man deserves to know his T levels. Step in a game day Men's Health Solon. Get tested on us. No guesswork, no waiting, just real answers. All right, guys, let's continue playing some No Fence Riders.
Fence Riders.
Did it earlier in the show. We had 3 topics, and we got a couple more to get to for this second edition of No Fence Riders. They are all related to the Cleveland Browns in the upcoming season. We talked about the quarterbacks in the first set. You can go back and find that on our YouTube page. But let's start with the defense. Myles Garrett had 23 sacks last season. 23. They traded Myles Garrett for some picks and Jared Verse, so I cut the number in half. Will Jared Verse record more than 11.5 sacks this season? Half of what Myles Garrett did last season. This was almost a dead even split. Dustin, G, Tyvis, Jay, and myself. I mean, not myself. And Jason said yes. Earl, Bull, Zach, and me said he won't get 11.5. G, you said yes. The rest of us said no. I'll let you go first. Why'd you say yes?
Because he's going to be highly motivated. And he's going to be highly motivated because I'm going to talk about him every single day until we get to the season. Bro, they traded you for Myles Garrett. It's cold in Cleveland. They moved you to Siberia, dog. You was a team leader with the Rams, bro. You was a captain, you unofficial captain. You was going about your business, and they hit you up and said, yeah, by the way, the missing piece that we needed wasn't, hey, we going to draft Ty Simpson. We ain't going to draft another dude to come along. They're going to draft Ty Simpson and then go get Myles Garrett? That's wild work, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you already from the city. They keep saying that we lost somebody. Look, Myles Garrett got 23 sacks, bro. You can't get us 12. They looking at you like you just a throw-in package, bro. Come on, bro. Throw in. They didn't even have your number ready. You had to negotiate the number. They should have told Dylan out top. Nah, my man's is coming through. You ain't paying nothing for him. Right now, bro, I feel sorry for you. You need to come out here every single day of practice. You got to remember something. They got you up out of there, and you was in the NFC Championship game. Well, and you wasn't the reason they didn't go to the Super Bowl. You was right there, and they think they moved you to Cleveland. Hey, bro, if you can't use this as motivation, I don't know what to say. V8.
Well, I mean, hey, you are from Dayton, Ohio. I think you spent a lot of time in Pennsylvania, so like this type of weather, this type of environment, Man, that ain't nothing to him. I wouldn't know just for the simple fact. Would he have 7 last year?
7.5.
7.5, 11.5. Man, that's a huge jump. I really don't know what it's going to look like without Myles Garrett on that defensive line. I think like on the D line, it's going to be like sack by committee type thing.
They got
right?
you a committee person.
Yeah,
now,
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like probably about 7, 8 from a couple guys, man. 11. I could be wrong. Verse might take that next step in year 3 and just unlock every single thing, and he get to 11.5. But I wouldn't know. Just I gotta see that first.
Man, come on, Verse. They got you a part.
But not only that though, like if you think about Jared Verse, he's not just a pass rush specialist. Like he's more of a pressure guy, a guy that's good in the run game. I think he's gonna have an impact in so many different areas to where even if it's not 11.5 sacks, it's still gonna be an impressive year.
Is Myles Garrett gonna double? So you saying Myles Garrett gonna double up what Jared Verse gonna do in LA? He's gonna have. So if Jared Verse gets you about 9, you saying Myles Garrett gonna get you 20?
I think he could. I mean, Myles Garrett, listen, only 10 guys in the NFL had 12 or more sacks last year. So it's not easy. Like, you could have, as Earl said, and I agree, you could have 8 to 10 sacks, be impactful in the running game, still be really. Now, I actually thought this was tough because I think he's got a chance.
Yeah.
He's a really good player. It wouldn't shock me, but I do think, like, last year, he didn't lead the Rams in sacks. He wasn't the number one priority. Now, they didn't have a Myles Garrett, but he still wasn't the number one priority for other teams' offense. The Rams had a really good defense. They have a really good. By the way, on the Rams depth chart, Myles Garrett is listed as an outside linebacker right now.
That's kind of wild.
On the Our Lads who do the because they run a 3-4.
That's kind of fun. Yeah,
so it's funny to see that. But I can't remember who their leader in sacks was last year, but they had something like 11.
Byron Young.
What's that?
Byron Young.
Byron Young. Right. He was second. They had another guy. They had 3 guys with 7 sacks. Who was second on the Browns in sacks last year?
Alex Smith with 5.5.
Yeah, I mean,
no, Malik Collins has 6.
Well, Malik Collins. I was saying defensive.
Malik Collins, right. So I think he will lead the Browns in sacks. I think he'll end up with like 10. That's my gut. It tells me he has 10 sacks, and I think he's going to be a really good player for the Browns. But 12 sacks is a lot. It's his first year with a new team. He doesn't. There's good. Browns have good talent on their D line, but they don't have another guy who's a big time sack guy at least yet.
I echo almost everything you said to a T. Only 10 guys had more than 10 sacks last year. Byron Young, who you just mentioned, had 12. He led the Rams.
Yeah.
They had the lead. Jared Verse has the second most pass rushes.
Right.
When his team's ahead over the last 2 seasons.
He won't be rushing.
He's not going to get as many opportunities. And I think he ends up with 10. I think he's a really good player.
Yeah.
Will Anderson Jr., who finished second in DPOY last year, who's a pressure machine.
Excellent player. Just got a big contract.
Had 12 sacks last year.
Yeah, right.
That's the standard. So
that
11
guy's
and a
a
half.
stud.
I picked that number because it was half of Miles. Dang. But that's because Miles had 7.5 more than anyone else in the league.
I think we're going to have to. You can't compare anything Jared Verse does to Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is one of one. To compare anybody to him is unfair.
I feel like Myles had like 11.5 sacks in 3 games. Like
he did.
Jared Verse
more than that, maybe.
When you wake up in the
I think he
morning,
had 13 and 4.
when you wake up in the morning, go ahead and download this video at 11:44 a.m. You ain't better than Byron Young.
But
We
wait
all
a
think
second.
he's
no.
None of us are being.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
No, listen.
Do that.
I'm being facetious, but I'm motivating my guy. Listen.
He is going to be motivated. I'm with you there.
You got to be motivated, dog. I need 14.
I like him. I think he's good. I love what I've seen. I usually, you know me, I don't take much stock in like OTAs and all that stuff. But I like the video of him like working with the other players and he's doing this. I think that's a real positive. I like, on paper, I love this trade that the Browns made, even though I don't love trading Myles Garrett. I think in the long run, it could end up being, if they use the pick smartly, it could end up being a great deal. And I like this player a lot. I think he's going to be really good. I think he could be a Pro Bowler. I think there's even a chance he might be an All-Pro someday. But his first year on a new team where he's not going to have as many pass rush opportunities, I think that's a challenge to get 12 sacks. But I'm not going to be shocked, Earl. You're not going to be shocked.
No, I won't be shocked if you get it either.
If you tell me anybody else on the Browns is going to get 12 sacks, I'm going to be shocked. If you tell me he's going to get 12, I'm saying I can see it. I'm not picking it, but I can 10. See it.
Right in the realm. All right, next
14.
one. Will any Browns receiver or tight end, any pass catcher, have 1,000 receiving yards this season? Earl, G, Tyvis, the Final Cut crew said, yes, somebody's going to have 1,000. Everyone who's not a part of the Wednesday Night Final Cut crew is on the no side.
This is wait a minute.
I can't believe there were that many people that said no.
That's crazy.
I'm actually I'm actually flip-flopping.
There it is.
There
Flip
it
on
is.
over.
Okay.
There it is.
Flip on over.
I think because I had initially Concepcion, Boston. The reason I said no is because I think they're going to be balanced in the passing game, and I think all three of them will be close to 1,000. And originally, I did not have any of them over, but I've thought about it more. And yes, I'm using my bias of drafting Concepcion in my dynasty league, and I got him at just over 1,000. I know the other two guys are getting more hype. I think in the season, Concepcion is going to have a few games where, to your point, that Shedeur Sanders likes the deep ball. I think there's going to be a couple times he's going to hit Concepcion for some big passes.
Do you think Fannin could be 1,000 yards?
That's exactly why
I think that's very unlikely. I mean, I don't think we realize how hard it is for a tight end to have 1,000 yards.
What did he have last year?
730. He was 270
That's a big jump from
away.
730 to 1,000.
But how many games he missed?
Not many.
He played 16, so
Yeah, he missed one
He
game.
only missed that one game.
he had 107 targets.
I
which is
also
most
don't
of the team.
think, obviously you guys are higher on Shedeur than I am. I think Shedeur going to be okay, but not putting up huge numbers. And you said this too, Earl. I think they're going to be a run-first team. I think they want to be a run-first team.
Yeah, you're right.
And I just don't think they're going to, with their defense, I don't think they're going to be putting up prolific passing numbers. I like all three guys, Fannin, Concepcion, and Boston. I think the future's bright with all three. I've even come around on
Isaiah Bond.
On Isaiah Bond. Like, I like him as a third receiver. I'm ready to trade Jerry Jeudy if I can get something for him.
Hey.
But rookie year is tough, especially because I think it's going to be spread around fairly evenly. I think it's going to be a challenge.
And plus, we got to take in consideration one hamstring in camp.
Right, that's gone.
It sets you back a little bit. But I am closer to the 1,000. If you had to ask me which one, I actually think Denzel Boston to get 1,000.
I think both Concepcion and Boston will go over 1,000 in their first 3 years in the league, but I'm not ready to say they're both going over in the first year.
And the reason why at practice, these dudes is just throwing 50-50 ball. They're just throwing the ball
just
up.
tell them to go deep.
Yeah, go up and get that. Like
we got two more.
Yeah,
We
okay,
got
go ahead.
two more. Next one, so we did receivers. We
Yeah.
talked about the quarterback. We haven't talked about the running back, and that is Quinshon Judkins. Will Quinshon rush for more than 1,250 yards this season? The three of you out there all said yes.
there you go. About time.
Plus Dustin.
Oh man.
I said
And
let
Tyvis.
me tell you why I said no first, and then you guys tell me why I'm wrong.
Okay.
And you guys are going to hate me for this. I have just started taking the under on any running back bet because it's so health dependent.
It's generally a smart plan.
If Quinshon's healthy, I'm going over. I've
They all missed
paid
some
too
games.
many issues. It has nothing to do with Quinshon. I think he's terrific. I think he's talented enough. If you guarantee me 17 games, I'll take the over. The health is such a big question with not just Quinshon, but running backs in general. The safe bet on these is take the under at a number that high.
I took over.
I hate myself for saying that. I understand.
Okay. It's okay. Data is a thing. I took the over with the 1,250 because there is not a clear-cut number 2 running back.
That is correct.
It's just, and a lot of guys is going two running back committee type things, and Judkins is looking like if he can figure out the pass protection, I think he'll even be in the game on third down.
I mean, he had almost 900 yards last year, and he missed time due to injury, and he didn't have a training camp, and he was running behind a horrific offensive line,
especially running
in an offensive scheme that really was dormant, to be totally honest with you. So if you look at it from that standpoint, you got a full offseason this year. You have a much improved offensive line on paper. The scheme should be much better. There's no clear-cut number 2 running back behind him. If he stays healthy, I think 1,250 is that's light work for him.
Derrick Henry in Baltimore. It's maybe not fair to compare Quinshon Judkins to one of the greatest running backs of this era, maybe an all-time great running back.
No, he's all-time now.
But Derrick Henry's built like a Mack truck, but he's always near the top of the league in attempts.
Yes.
You know, like they worked other guys in the Ravens, but your bell cow's your bell cow. You like to get him the ball, and there's clearly Dylan Sampson's. He'll get some touches, but he's not taking it.
Yeah,
we've talked about this already. I think there are going to be a run-first team, and they have one really good running back. I'm not sure yet if he's very good or great. I think his floor is very good running back, but I think he could be great.
Yeah.
Maybe not Hall of Fame. I don't know. But now 1,250 yards is not easy. I think there were only 5 or 6 guys that did it last year.
6 guys, and Kyron Williams was the 6th with
by 2 yards, right?
Yeah. Guys who didn't have 1,250 last year, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown.
Yeah, those are some excellent
really,
backs,
really good
so
backs.
It's not easy.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think their defense keeps them competitive enough. They don't have a big passing game. They're going to run a lot. They're going to try to get up early running the ball. So I got it.
You know the irony?
What?
And I could be wrong. Maybe it was around that. I think Nick Chubb ran for 1,250 when Todd Monken was here as the offensive coordinator.
I think he did.
In
Too.
12
No, he
There you
ran
go.
for almost 1,500 in 20.
Oh, there it is.
1,500.
All right, it was 14.95. Last one. We got to do this quick. Then we got to take a break. We'll come back to Super Chats. How many quarterbacks will start a game for the Browns in 2026? 2 or fewer, or more than 2? Earl, Dustin, Tyvis, and G. The Final Cut crew plus Dustin said 2 or fewer. The rest of us said we're going with history, more than 2. Earl, quickly, 2 or fewer.
Yeah, man. I just think history is going to stop repeating itself. I'm tired of seeing the Browns start 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks in the same season.
Optimism.
I just think like the optimism is there.
Yeah.
We got some new energy, man. Maybe like the strength and conditioning coaches, maybe the football guys, somebody, somewhere. Do something to where we are not going to Taylor Green and or Dylan Gabriel if it comes down to it. So
I think about it, the question is, if Shedeur Sanders plays 17 games, is it more likely that he's named a guy they can move forward with, or less likely? So if you play 17 games, that means you didn't get a job away. You had enough success that they've kept you in there. I think the 17 game mark is the thing. If he plays anything over 14 games, I like it. But I do think it's 2 or fewer. I think if Deshaun Watson does play, it could be in duty if somebody is injured. But I hope I'm praying it's 2 or fewer.
Quarterbacks get hurt. That's just the reality of the situation.
Super Chats, some final thoughts to wrap things up next on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. 3 super chats and trivia. Then we're going to head off into the weekend. Bill Rodewald says, for context on the Team USA game, they had 9 subs who started last night because they had already clinched their group and advanced.
That's it for you, Ant. That's for you.
They played a first team cup. They scored 4 goals. Germany dropped 7 on their first team cup match. It's over. They're not going any further.
He's a hater.
You have little faith, Anthony.
All right, the real night king.
He's angry about
That's
it.
none of no
doesn't
business,
He is
too.
angry.
I want soccer to do well in this country, but we don't have a good
I like
national
an
team.
angry Anthony.
I do
it.
appreciate the angry.
Yeah.
Now,
Trash.
we just need hater Ant to turn into optimistic Ant for the Emmys tomorrow night, because if he comes in with this attitude to the Emmys, we're for sure not winning. And
How many people are we competing against for this Emmy?
it's a show in Indianapolis.
Did we compete against them 2 years ago?
Different show, but it's another. We're the only 2
They have
finalists
no
in the
business being in
category.
competition with us. We're going to kick
I-
their butt. Let's go. Next.
Let's do it. The real Night King says, in regards to your heist conversation,
Go.
Okay.
who's the first to accept the steak dinner?
G. Bush. Definitely. I get G. Bush in the mix first.
You talking about I think when you say state, does that mean turning? Like when they bring you in when we get caught, and they like,
No,
what
no,
can you
no,
offer
no.
us?
I thought it meant to start the planning.
I don't know.
That's a good tweet. That's a good super chat. If
We
we
have
don't know.
to get a clarification
Yeah.
on whether that's it.
The real Night King says, you guys got to do a baseball player for bowl when making an ultimate player. So maybe we'll do ultimate guardian.
Yeah, that was fun.
That actually
Hey.
would be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, that-
Basketball would be good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
that for all the sports.
Trivia.
Yeah.
We did not talk about the impending possibility of an MLB lockout.
Yeah.
So this question was in regards to that. But do you know when the first year an MLB lockout ever actually took place?
1926.
No.
No.
Uh,
More recent than that.
More recent than that? Oh.
yeah. It was 68,
Close, but not right.
See, now-
71,
Closer.
73.
Bingo.
I knew it was around that.
The strike was 72, but that wasn't considered a lockout.
Yeah.
The lockout happened the following year in
You know
73.
the difference between a strike and a lockout is?
Tell us.
A strike is when the players refuse to work. A lockout is when the owners refuse to let the players play. That's it. That's the difference. We'll see you next week on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. There is